With a sturdy, load-hauling suspension system and durable, robust materials, the Mountainsmith Apex 80 has a large capacity designed for extended backpacking and trekking. Let's take a look at its features. Turning the pack around, we're going to take a look at the suspension system we have in play. So we've got a really sturdy suspension system with the Apex 80. 2 aluminum X-frame stays provide structure, support, but also flexibility. A horizontal stabilizer bar stabilizes the load and prevents barreling. We do have a PE frame sheet in there to provide additional protection for the back panel. Mountainsmith is using their Anvil Airway ridged EVA foam for padding in this back panel. So we've got sturdy, comfortable, and well-cushioned materials here that are nicely ridged for breathability and are covered by that mesh for extra moisture management. In the harness, we've got a really easy adjustment system with the suspension here. So we've got a ladder lock system with the harness. Very simple to just break away that Velcro and make the adjustments depending on your torso size. So there's a lot of different attachment points behind this harness, and you can move that up and down to accommodate torsos as needed. To get the proper load lifter adjustment, we do have 2 different points of adjustability for the load lifters. So you've got a top load lifter buckle or toggle there in case you have a larger torso, and a lower one if you need to adjust it for shorter torsos. So a lot of adjustment in that harness. Down in the hip belt, we do have a really well padded, sturdy, and breathable hip belt with that air mesh and that nice padding. It's also got a frame sheet in the hip belt. It's called the Tuning Fork hip belt. It's kind of a split frame sheet, so it's designed to cup around the iliac crest or the hip belt, provide really good structure, support, and comfort overall. So an excellent suspension system, really breathable, broad spacer mesh, and nice materials throughout the suspension. Turning the pack back around, we'll take a look at our access points and how we get to all of our gear. So the Mountainsmith Apex 80 is a traditional top loading pack, so we've got a really nice hood on the pack here. 2 buckles will allow you to release that hood and throw it back so you can access the large spindrift collar. We do have a strap here over the collar to provide some additional compression, or if you want to, you can use that to lash a rope to the top of the pack if you're going out climbing. If you do away with that strap, you've got a really easy access point with that spindrift collar, and there is just a nice toggle there to cinch down the gear and keep everything nice and secured. But really large opening there, easy to access the top contents of the pack. An additional access point we have on the pack is the lower sleeping bag compartment. So at the bottom of the pack, we've got a large zipper there that will allow you to access your sleeping bag compartment. On the outside of that, we've got 2 sleeping pad straps to lash a sleeping pad or any additional gear you may want to store down there. Inside, there is a panel divider, and that's going to separate the 2 internal compartments. If you don't want those compartments separated, you can drop that divider and have one massive internal compartment as opposed to those separated compartments. So an excellent addition and versatile feature with the pack. Some additional pockets and features we have on the pack include some really neat things with the hood. So the hood has a standard pocket on the back side of it. So you've got a really sizable pocket on the top of the hood there. Easy to store some additional items, whether it's food, maps, an extra filter, or something you may want to keep close at hand. Another cool feature about that hood is that it can come off completely. So it's buckled on with 4 separate buckles, the 2 front and 2 on the back. You can remove that completely and use this hood as a sling pack. If you go on a short day trip outside of the campsite and you just need a small day pack, you can buckle those together and use this hood as a nice sling pack. You've also got additional lash points on the top there to store some additional gear. So really good benefit and a versatile feature to the hood of the pack. Some other pockets we have on the pack include 2 hip belt pockets. On the left hip belt, we've got a stretchy mesh pocket, great for cell phones or any lighter gear that you want to have easy and quick access to. And on the right, there is a little bit more secure pocket, gives you some water resistance for items you may want to keep well protected. This pack is hydration compatible. So on the inside, there is a sleeve to hang your hydration reservoir. And you've also got this little port here to route your hose through. It's It's got a H2O logo stitched into it so you can easily tell where that hose goes. On the sides, we've got stretch pockets. So on one side, we've got a stretch water bottle pocket that's canted or angled toward the back so you can have easy access to it while you're on the go. And it does have adjustment around the outside to cinch down smaller water bottles. On the front, we've got a really large stretchy pocket as well, and it's buckled down with compression on either side. So those side buckles act as compression for the overall pack, as well as for the front pocket. So you can loosen those up if you need to and make that pocket a little bit larger. If you want to store something like a helmet or a larger piece of gear, you can do so, or you can cinch it down, put a small jacket, a lightweight extra layer in there if you need to. And on the other side, as I mentioned, we do have a stretch water bottle pocket, just kind of a standard stretch pocket for water bottles or additional gear. So great feature there. Some final things I want to mention. We've got tool loops on the bottom and bungee tie-offs on the top here so you can store your ice axes, trekking poles, mountaineering axes, whatever you need there. And on this stretchy pocket, we do have daisy chain attachment points so you can lash additional gear to the outside of the pack as well. So with those durable materials, that sturdy suspension system, and that internal capacity that's great for trekking or extended backpacking, it's the Mountainsmith Apex 80.